It's about organically introducing people to the change in the company, the new products, and the possibilities. We just wanted to do something to celebrate the System 100, and with the new System 500 coming out, and the System 1 and the System 1M, this was obviously what started it.
Oh, it was huge, like going back to like the mid-70s, when I first heard I Feel Love, Donna Summer, and things like this, I was starting to be aware of synthesizers and electronic music. And then there was this whole wave that hit in the early 80s in England, Depeche's first releases, Soft Cell, Human League, and it was all very much driven with synths and drum machines. And of course, the Roland gear was in the forefront of all of it,
It is a machine that I think people who don't even know what drum machines are and don't even know, they've heard that. They've heard 808.
The 808 sub is like the most known thing in the world. Try buying one of those originals right now, and it's like so expensive because it's I'm not sure Roland intended to do that. I think most beautiful things in art are by accident or by artistry, and then things happen, and must have reached a tipping point, and everyone knows what an 808 is in the world today, and that's an amazing thing.
When people think of a drum machine, they think of the 808. That's the picture that's the picture I picture in my mind. That's the drum machine.
It's part of the fabric. That sound is part of the fabric of modern music. In as much as you could say like Fender Stratocaster is part of the fabric of 60s psychedelic rock and roll, the 808 is in a very similar way part of the fabric of electronic music.
One fantastic thing about the 808 that I've experienced when using it is you have all these outs, different outs for each instrument. So you could take the kick and run that through. I've run it through various pedals, distortion, and make this really fat, thick sound. And then take the snare out and get that through a delay, so you can actually have a delay, a slapback delay on the snare. Same thing with the hi-hat, run that through something else, or flange it. And I've even done things where I've sampled it. I'll set up a track, sample it, and then chop it up. And even the interface being what it is and just a very different thing, I end up coming up with things that I wouldn't have if I was just working on a workstation. And the programming aspect of it is very different from what a lot of people are used to. So that's a very cool thing for expanding your creative palette.
The history of electronic music is studied with great Roland things.